How to get pre-approved for a home. Find out how on today's video. Before we get into all that, if you do like this content, please do me a huge favor and like, comment, subscribe, and share depending on the platform you're on. And now that we got all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to go ahead and share a home buying checklist with you, as well as a local mortgage broker that we recommend that you can go through. Makes the process super easy. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. The first thing I'm going to go over is this home buying checklist. So if you're looking at buying a home, this is a really good resource to go over for the steps you need to take before it's time to really get into a house, because as you're seeing in this competitive market, preparedness really helps you get the offer through and accepted, get you prepared so that you're not feeling frantic and stressed. And one of the first things you need to do is to get pre-approved and build your team. But then there's a whole bunch of documents to go with it, which we'll get into here in a sec. But the first thing to get pre-approved is what we're talking about today. And that's going to involve basically just going to a lender of your choice to approach about that process. We have one that we recommend. Janie Carr is her name. She's a local mortgage broker. She's been working in the industry or in mortgage for 20 years. She's been in real estate for like 37, I believe. So she really knows her stuff, but she's adapted to the times. And the thing is about Janie is she's a local mortgage broker. She does just home loans, not like your banks who do a lot of banking, have high overrides, only answer the phone Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Janie will be there, for you 24/7 like you need. You can call her, you can text her what you need there. I can't stress enough how important it is to have a local mortgage broker that knows the ins and outs of our market and how things work here, to give you good service, to get your deal done with a fair rate and a fair cost with everything. So what you'll do is you'll go to, let's see, I gotta get off of this screen share real quick. You'll want to go to her website, which I'm getting ready to share shortly, which is janiecarr.com, which is what you're seeing right here. Like if you typed in, like I am here in a sec, janiecarr.com, type that in, this is what you'll come to. You go to apply with Janie. You can go on here and kind of read about the loan process, how it works, the tools you need from like a mortgage calculator, that kind of thing, USDA loan, which is a pretty popular product, 0% down. They're very good at that situation. You can meet Janie, get to know her, who you're dealing with on the backside. There's her direct number to contact her, her email, everything you need to. So that's everything there. Meet Janie Carr. There's some cool pictures of her. Great lady. And then if you hit apply with Janie, continue to full application. This is literally the process you go through. So you go through, fill out this link. When you're done filling out this link, she'll review everything, run your credit, which it's a soft pull. So don't be concerned about it being like a hard pull and wrecking your credit. It is a soft pull on everything. And then once she reviews everything, she'll give you a call and discuss about what you're pre-approved for. Ask her what your interest rate is, what your closing costs are. That's also where I, as your real estate consultant, will help you sort through all the different features of the loan and the cost and everything associated with it. So once you go to janiecarr.com, click on this buy a home piece. And then from there, you basically just follow the whole process. Probably takes 10 to 15 minutes to fill this out. Fill everything out to the best of your knowledge, to your best of your ability, to get pre-approved with Janie. And she will, from there, help you get going on everything. And then from there, you kind of know how much am I approved for, what's going on with my credit. If you need some credit work, like she and I will talk to you about what it is you need to do specifically to get your credit up, because that's a pretty common one that people have a question on, is their credit. I know my credit needs work. What do I need to do specifically? As Janie and I look at your credit, we can advise you better on how to raise that credit score to get to where we need to be on everything. So that's kind of a starter for how to get pre-approved on everything. So let me go ahead and stop the share real quick and get back to that other checklist I was looking at. So to get pre-approved, that's where you'll go through Janie's process, fill out that link, and you can kind of get an idea from there. But then after that, you want to start thinking about like, what's a monthly budget I want to stay around for my monthly price point. And then if you'll see down below here on the website, we'll have some different links for like houses that are $650 to $1,000 a month, $1,000 to $1,400 a month, $1,400 to $1,800 a month, $100 to $200,000 houses, $200 to $300, depending on your situation and what you want to look for specifically. Then from there, you'll want to research mortgage options, whether you want to go FHA, VA, USDA. If there's any first-time home buyer grants, that's something to possibly look at too. But that gives you the process of how to get pre-approved and kind of your different financial considerations you want to talk about and get into when it comes to buying a house. The other thing you'll need to do is save for a down payment and closing costs. Down payment is going to be about 3 to 3.5%, depending on your loan product to go with. Conventional is 3% down. So on a $100,000 house, you're going to need $3,000 down for a 3% conventional loan. But with those, your credit score needs to be 720 or above. Correct me if I'm wrong later, if you're watching this video later. For FHA, you're going to need to be about 640 and above, and that allows you to go down to 3.5% down that goes with that. And again, this is where a good realtor like myself and Janie can really help you determine where you want your monthly budget to be. And then as you're looking at houses, it helps you determine which houses you do want to look at and which ones you don't on everything. Another big piece of this is establishing and maintaining good credit. This is a whole nother video that I'll make that may or may not be to the right or left of this video on my YouTube channel or on the website you're on. So go ahead and check that. Look for that one after this. So you want to establish and maintain good credit, but also it's kind of backwards, but you want to check your credit score and report and see what's going on there. That's where Janie and I really get involved with people to help them with their credit, because it might just be like, hey, you need to pay these few things off, or you need to do these few things to get yourself in a solid position. Because it's not just credit they look at, it's also what's called debt to income ratio. So lenders can only lend a certain amount of monthly debt load to you based on your total debt load, including like your car payment, student loans, medical bills, anything like that. And typically, Flat Branch keeps that debt to income ratio about 45%. So let's just use, round numbers. If you make $5,000 a month, that means your total debt load cannot be 45% more of that. So that's roughly like $2,400 between your mortgage payment, your car payment, student loans, whatever other debt load you have. I really don't advise going that high on 45% debt to income ratio. An appropriate level will probably be like 25 to 30% debt to income. And your house should probably be about 10 to 15%, which is where we're seeing Wichita, Kansas, super affordable homes, super affordable monthly payments coming in at. But again, that's just where consult with me specifically on your specific situation, and we'll get a custom plan together. And then as we look at these houses, it's my job to help you organize and sort through and understand those things about buying a house, the financial considerations and that kind of thing. So we started off with looking at how to get pre-approved, pre-qualified, but now you're getting a lot more. So hopefully this is helpful. Because the other thing you're going to want to do is you're going to, want to talk to Janie, the lender, or meet with a lender specifically, and find a really good real estate agent as part of building your team. That's a super crucial part of this process. There's a lot to take on. Go ahead and check out some of the other videos I got on my channel and on my website for how to buy a house, all the different steps there are with this, and engage in as much content as possible, learn as much as possible. Because the other thing you'll need to do, which we're not getting into now, is these are all the documents they're going to require from you. So anything you put on that application link, make sure it's accurate as much as possible to the best of your knowledge. You can't go in there and just fib on those or estimate. It needs to be accurate, because once you get pre-approved and then you go under contract, now the loan application starts, and you got to actually turn in the real estate contract, and you got to turn in all your documentation, as you can see here on this home buying checklist, like your W-2s from the past year, pay stubs, proof of supplemental income, tax documents, bank statements, investment accounts, statements for all debts, driver's license, residence history. And this is just for a normal W-2 wage earner. If you are self-employed, this is even more difficult. There's way more documentation that can go through. And honestly, this process is more stringent, more strict than ever to get a loan. So if you want to buy a house, it's such a difficult process that you better be dang sure that you do really want to buy a house. So anyway, that gives you an idea of the process of how to get pre-approved, how to get pre-qualified. Go ahead and go check out Janie's website, janiecard.com. is the name of that. And that's the process for how to get pre-approved, pre-qualified. Once you know that, you kind of start with how much can I afford, how much house can I get, and then that's when you can start reaching out to me, looking at house online, and being a lot more serious from just dreaming about this to being like, this is possible. So anyway, appreciate you watching as always. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share depending on the platform you're watching, and we'll go from there. See you guys later.